that you lump together racism.
So like D-Toad, Ihor, and all of those guys.
D-Toad's from Ukraine?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, hello. Oh, hi, Wiethoofd.
Wait, we live? Oh, damn!
No, I didn't hear anything.
Yeah, good evening, everybody. We were just talking about... Woolen didn't know that there was an Irish Highlander team. I was just giving him an update. Yeah, so, good evening. Welcome to BlackOut Gaming TV. And we have a mid group stage game for you, because we're into week 2 now. We are onto CP Steel, and this is where we start to get into the meat of the competition. You know, teams start...
Meat on the bones.
Yes, that's where teams start deciding where they're going to finish in the table into that final group game to decide who goes through to the knockout stage. I'm CeeJaey, and our cameraman is Wiethoofd, who didn't tell us that we were live. And joining me with the other lovely British voice is Woolen. How you doing, man?
I'm alright, thank you. I don't know how much... how long have we been live for? Did they capture my whole conversation saying how much I love every Team Fortress 2 player?
William was talking about how he doesn't see nationalities, so he's always surprised as to who plays for which country.
You make that sound very bad. I meant it more in the case of I've never looked at the flag on the ETF2L
like
profile.
you don't see race, Woolen. Like, you just see the people inside, right?
It's almost like they're represented by 9 different 3D models in a video game, and that's who you tend to talk to.
Well, we were talking about the
Irish team,
the British teams. Yeah, so we were mentioning the Irish team. There's obviously an English team and a Welsh team, but tonight we'll be talking about the Scottish team. Yeah, we have Scotland versus Poland.
Do you want to run down the rosters for tonight?
We can, yeah. Actually, we're going to look at the Scottish team. So on Scout, I'm pretty sure it's going to be Kermit on Scout and Bees on Soldier. They are swapped around at the moment, but. You know, I'm not falling for it. I'm not falling for it. We have PK on Pyro.
Is he not an engineer? Oh no, they've got Flush, haven't they?
They got Royal Flush and Engineer. That's right. Scrambled is not playing his regular heavy. He's playing demo. Yeah, with extra solar and heavy. Ritalin, former High Panda player.
He's old
Premiership experience. Yeah, we got old school players here. Royal Flush has been around for many Nations Cups.
I thought he's just gone off the books. I'm really surprised to see him back. Like,
oh no,
it's been like 2 or 3 years since I last seen his name, because he was the only engineer I could remember.
Yeah. I mean, I know there was some other players supposedly talking about engineer, but no, Royal Flush is back. Ritalin on Medic, like we said. On Sniper is Deox with Cool Beans on Spy. But in the previous game, they did swap around at one point. I think Deox timed out, and then Cool Beans kind of swapped over, and then they just kind of stuck with it. And I mean, look at all these players. You got players like Kermit and Scrambled.
I'm surprised they got Kermit to play.
Yeah, I mean, they're all players who play Prem. And
I'm trying. It's a very good roster.
Yeah, I mean, it's a surprise. Like, not to be rude, but surprisingly strong. Like when people talk about Scotland, you don't automatically think, "Wow," you know. But like you said, sometimes you
forget
about...
A few players specifically, you don't think about how you could put into a roster.
Exactly. I mean, everyone was like, oh, Scrambled's going to be captain, and Deox might play, you know, because he's a well-known Sixes player these days. But, you know, it's a pretty strong roster. So in their first game, they did run out winners. I can't actually remember who they played.
It wasn't Ukraine. We're thinking of Ireland, weren't we?
We're thinking of Ireland, yeah. No. I haven't done my...
I can ask him on Steam.
I'm looking on ETF right now. I haven't done my preparation. I was doing a map talk on this earlier on, which was horrific. I hate Steel. So yeah, Scotland beat Romania. Scotland beat Romania in their first. Poland, who are their opponents tonight on Steel, they also won their game. They beat Austria 4-2 though, so they get the maximum 6 points.
Nice.
But yeah, we can take a look at the Polish roster, which is, you know, it's full of some Prem players as well, actually.
It's got Ferry, it's got Jules.
Yeah, so we've got Fazu on Scout.
He's very good.
Prem. Yeah, Bonkers on Soldier. Bonkers is another old school player. Been around for a long, long time.
Ferry the Flare Gun Man.
Yeah, Ferry the Flare Gun Man. Played Pyro in Prem for Premtech.
Played Stacked for a bit until Pete did his thing.
Tercio is Demo, who he played on Envision most recently, which was the team that won the high tier back in Season 11.
That's pretty good.
Heavy is PNTN. I'm not sure who that is.
Might be someone with a... It doesn't count as Prem, so they can have whatever the names they want, can't they?
Yeah, that's true. Okay. I'm just going to pretend it's Phantom, right? Phantom was an old school Polish heavy.
Phantom the Heavy?
Yeah, he was Polish.
I don't think he still plays, does he?
No, he doesn't. But I'm going to pretend. I'm going to pretend. Just pretend for me.
Let's Phantom for today. I'll believe you.
On Engineer is KO Wow. We're going to call him KO. On Medic is the legend himself, Grabber.
Grabber drops.
Lol Grabber in chat. The Premiership Highlander and Sixes Medic. Grabber with his vaccinator strats in Prem, revolutionising the vaccinator to the point where it got banned. Sniper is Jules, who's obviously a Prem sniper as well.
Jules God, he's good.
And Tommy27 is Spy, so no Chupa on Spy. And I was just going to say, Woolen, like, Polish team, historically, you know, someone like Bonkers has been around for a long time, and he's part of that generation where they had Wonder, Wanzu, they had Steve the Pyro, Jay Kawati on Medic.
They're like a top team.
Yeah, I mean, 2014, that was Nations Cup number 3. I remember they lost to Sweden in the quarterfinal.
But Sweden had they had like Viljak and a huge roster, didn't they?
Yeah, I mean, that they've won the past 2 Nations Cups, so I think that Polish team was one of the best, but not a lot of changes. We don't have, you know, players like Chupa or Steve or Wonder or Framello.
Framello would have been so good.
Yeah, so we're going to be going on to CP Steel here. We're going to be seeing if this new generation of Polish players can live up and beat some more experienced Scottish players. In the blue will be Poland. They'll be attacking first, trying to set a time on this very, very simple map. It's not complicated at all. Scotland are in the red, and they'll be defending and trying to beat the time. And Woolen, what are you seeing on? B? Do you like this setup here?
I'm having a little watch because I was trying to think who's going to be most important. As I see a little spy going, I might do a sap play. I'm not sure. I don't know who Tommy is, but he looks like he might be trying to. They might be trying to do like a little combo sap when they run in. But I was wondering if like the snipers were going to be like a big deal with each other. Like Jules and Deox are both excellent hit scan players, and this map's like amazing for the Machina. So I was kind of hoping to see Deox get like a nice little collateral here. We were playing with Cloudy quite a bit in the Nations scrims, and you got like a couple of times you got like the medic and the sniper, and you got a couple of collaterals, and they were wonderful to hear. So I'm hoping they'll come out there and they'll do this, and it'll be big and great.
Deox is running the shooting star, which is that Machina reskin. So Corbin's there getting a headshot of his own onto Bonkers, running that ambassador. But Jules is starting to move forward a bit. Deox is getting pressured out.
Spy's coming out in the engine. Got the sentry.
That
was very good timing.
Brilliant timing there. That's a huge pick, not only to take down the engineer, but also the sentry. And a couple of other players have died there. Wow, Scramble's just died.
Jules is doing, but they've swiped half the team.
6 players down. Scotland have only got 3 players left. They have the Uber, but it's only extra solar there for company. Tercia has had the Uber used on him by Grabber, but it's pretty much pointless.
Look at his spot. You think he's going to be able to get much to... Oh, he's been immediately spotted. He managed to get out there. The Poland are doing incredibly strong right now. Like,
look at E-Point. Look at E-Point.
They've got just
players on there as well.
Yeah, they've got the spawns locked for mostly, and they're kind of pincering around E.
Yeah, Kowal has got the sentry set up on the E side of the E point, and Thazu is just doing the lad's job of just standing on that point, getting the cap time, and wow, then it gets just
scrambled in the window is clear. This is a hectic game so far, wow.
It is. There's very, very few players left alive on either team, but at the moment it does look like the Poles are trying to go for this E cap here. They're getting a lot of pressure. Extra solar going towards that toilet area.
Watching him flank.
He's going for the flanking heavy with that Tomislav, but he has been caught out here by the Polish heavy PN.
We'll say Phantom. Let's just pretend.
We'll say. Yeah,
I think we shouldn't. I think we should find out who it is.
Yeah, I will try to find out. Or someone say in Twitch chat, find out who the Polish heavy is, so I can actually give him a name. But at the moment, Poland are just look like they're trying to focus his E-cap. We got Bonkers, Thazu. They're all trying to focus here. There's a teleporter there, Woolen. They've got a teleporter trapping that E window.
Well, I mean, the other thing is almost all of Red Team right now are on C, and there's no one stopping the E-cap right now, and they're slowly rotating, but like. Now all of their players are coming from C, whereas the Polish combo are now attacking C. Like it's flowing really nice for the Polish team, where people are leaving where they want to push. So hopefully they might be able to even get C off of this. Like it looked like they were trying to push E, and it's just one scout hopping on and a soldier sometimes coming to help him, and he's stopping the NG from building his defensive sentry.
Yeah, he's taking down Raw Flush there and the sentry.
Thazu's doing very good.
Thazu is he's just not actually doing like loads of damage. Okay, he's just finally died there, but taking down key classes and getting time on the point. He's separated this attention so much.
Now they've got C. There were so many people C
as a result of it, and I would say that's down to Thazu. Like just taking that attention, diverting the attention of the Scots over to that E point, and now Grabber has 100% Uber, so does Ritalin, but Ritalin is holding way far back in that white room.
Watch where Deox is right now, though. He's watching the window with that Machina. He might be able to get the combo, possibly. It looks like they're trying to build a sentry or something. Watch the engineers pulling something. Oh, it's just a mini. You might have to put like a teleporter underneath on E, and they might have this. Just because they have so many players.
They get backstabbed though by Cool Bean, so it's just going to slow down the push for a little bit longer. Jules in the window gets the headshot onto Raw Flush.
Someone needs to take him out now. He's in a very strong position.
You can't let a sniper just have free shots. Deox there just to take a little bit of damage. Can't really challenge him any longer.
Now the demo's coming up to the sniper. They're pushing on. Red's giving them a lot of space right now, even though they've both got similar player counts. They might just be holding in White Room until they've got... They have an Uber now. They should be... They've dropped the heavy. And they dropped the medic! And the demo! They had an Uber and they've lost their entire combo in White Room.
That was an Uber drop then. Ritalin dropping that Uber there, and Grabber still has 100% on the point. ×3 on the E-cap. They're just trying to shut down these spawns here. 2 players left alive for Scotland. Only 1 now. It's Raw Flush. He is in the spawn. There's not much he can do against 9 Polish players with Uber locking down the spawns.
So
that may actually be the time.
Believe in Royal Flush.
Panic attack. Take a little bit of damage. Get that fire speed. In he comes.
Close to
and gets taken down by
that Uber. They just wiped White Room. There was the entire combo on the Pyro, and they just walked in and demolished them and got E off of that. Poland being like really strong.
They're being very aggressive, which is what I like to see on a map like
excellently.
This. Absolutely, they're just kind of going in. They're not just waiting for a pick and you know
being
making
really
a move
campy.
for that. Yeah, they're just going in, taking the fights, and the thing is they're winning the fights, which is, you know, if they lost the fights, sure, Scotland would be able to regroup and then get up another defence, but at the moment Scotland are struggling with that aggression, not getting themselves back into position quickly enough, and I have to just again give a shout out to Thazu, just getting that time and that distraction on the E point. It was helped
really
out by by Kowal and Bonkers were just also there hassling them on E point, and okay, they didn't cap the E point, but simply them being there and hassling the players.
Team.
Exactly, and it's worked out really well. So 447 for the Polish team there, capping the points. Scotland
That's a very
have to cap.
push as well.
It's fast for the first time, definitely. Normally we see kind of slower times that gradually get faster in these games, but a fast time straight out of the bat. So Scotland have got their work cut out to try and beat this time. They have to capture all 5 points. Or actually, they just need to cap the E point. Let's not forget, they don't need to capture all of the points. They could go straight for an AE push, which is something we're seeing more and more of these days. But
it's very popular. It looks like they might be doing that. It looks like they're pulling a lot of their combo onto A, and the engineers holding a level 3 by the looks of it. They could rotate and go drop down. I've seen a lot of teams kind of fake out, especially seeing as the medic's still in spawn. They might be just waiting for the spy, who you can kind of see, thanks to Spectator, he's just sitting there with his cloak and dagger, but like... Oh god, he's so close.
Do you want to know something? That person on heavy is actually Phantom.
It's Phantom, really?
It's actually Phantom.
I thought he's long gone.
He's changed his name. His name is actually PNTN. But we're going to call him Phantom. But yeah, I've just had a look on the ETF2L profile, formerly of
really nice.
Graveyard. Yeah.
That's Premtech.
Yeah, he used to play for Premtech and used to play for
Mega Killers or someone.
Oh, Div 1 Tim. Oh no, he was before Mega Killers. But it does look like Scotland actually back to the game are going for an AE push here. Extra Solar is trying to lock down this BC connector.
They need to put like more onto that spawn behind them. Like you normally see a demo holding up the spawn where he's got stickies, and then a lot of people holding off BC. They seem a little split up. Oh!
Into the pit! Exclamation mark pit in chat, please, guys. As Kermit just got juggled there by Sticky and missed the edge.
CP still gets another frag.
It does, and the problem is he was actually being used here by Scotland.
That's
it's used onto Extra Solar.
They put the other mover.
Going to use it. Yeah, they're just going to counter this and just trying to clean up the frags.
I've noticed they've had no time on the point, despite they've got a level 3 setup and they used their Uber, and they've been here for like a minute and a half. They've got 0 time on it, which was a bit... Was it because Kermit just fell in the pit, and like, do you think the demo should have jumped on the point or something?
Well, that's the problem with going for an AE, is that you need those classes to stay alive, and Kermit's getting spammed to all hell here.
The spy might go on a really good medic right now. No, he's run off. The medic's crouched and watching the pit, so I'm Ritalin, he's just watching the pit, and the spy kind of ran past him. But he might go for the sentry.
He's going for the kills here. Oh, but Jules with the headshot onto Ritalin takes down the medic. And that is going to be a big advantage now for Grabber and his team.
Do you take the sentry down?
You try to, yeah, you do. This is the point where they got to. They've taken down Extra Solar. They've a few players killed here. They need to clean up this side, because otherwise Deox is just going to sit there and he's just going to take pot shots at you.
He's in a good spot right now.
Look, Deox gets a kill onto Bonkers. He's watching that spawn door. Kermit is there protecting. There's a teleporter, so they could just keep piling players onto this E point, Woolen. They could just take all time, but no, Ferry's going for it. He tries to get Deox. He does clean him up. So no
He's
sniper now.
going for the teleporter though. That teleporter, if it hadn't have gone down, might have been their saving grace. But as it is, they're going to have a lot of difficulty pushing. It's what, a 30-40 second cap? With the players they can put on it?
Second black, yeah. They're trying to go for the B point now as this sort of distraction going on down at E, but Poland have a lower place, but Jules gets taken down, Phantom Fury gets taken down by Extra Shola as well. He's just holding down the mouse, getting those frags. And they do have an Uber advantage here, Woolen. So 1 minute and 40 seconds, they're just going to cap the B point now. Ritalin with 95% Uber, 70% advantage over Grabber. So this is still possible. If they make a really good push here and get some quick cap time on the E point, this is totally possible. So we'll have to see what they decide to do with this. Tommy 27.
Tommy's doing an excellent job. He's gotten some pretty good picks so far. And the Sentry.
Yeah, but PK comes in though and takes down Grabber, so big play from the Scottish Pyro. He's going to pick up the make pick there, so Scotland just still in this. They need to get players onto that E point now if they have any chance of winning this. It's ticking over to about 60 seconds.
They have a very difficult time right now, I think. The Pyro, I think it's the kind of time you're going to put your Pyro onto the detonator time, I think.
Ritalin just killed, Ritalin just died to Ferry.
Ferry is also doing really well this game. Like, he's second top scoring as Pyro on Steel, first of all. And he's killed, like, he's gone flanked, gotten the teleporter, he's got the medic. He's been doing a pretty good job.
Definitely. I mean, I know some Pyros who absolutely love Steel. I know Steve is one of them. Kermit falls into the pit again, just trying to get onto that cap, but with Kowal just wrangling Essential onto it, it's very, very difficult.
Get on it now.
I think it's all over now. 25 seconds is impossible with the players they've got. Scrambled into the pit as well. The Scots are just tumbling into that hole of the abyss.
These Poles have got an amazingly strong hold right now. I think they did good because they only needed to hold E here. They didn't they gave up the B without too much fuss to make sure that they only had like a 2-minute hold. They might have held like the whole map for a lot longer, but they didn't need to do that. They only need to grab onto the E, as they do win this round.
Yeah, I mean they played smart. You know, they defended E when it was an AE cap going on. They defended that well, and instead of trying to full hold B,
which wouldn't have been very smart.
No, because then they could have wiped, and then they could have just got rolled all the way to E. So instead, they sent some players there, got some frags, and then decided, just, you know what, we've got a minute and a half to go, let's just hold E. Got their sentry set up and played really well. So that first round is going to go over to Poland. So advantage to the Poles for this first round. But of course, it is a best of 3. Highlanders
so much steel.
So much steel to go. Yeah, potentially two more rounds. I mean, what do you see Scotland did wrong there? Because, I mean, we've been talking about how well Poland did, how sort of it's pretty much a lightning round, that attack. But what did Scotland do wrong on the defense, and what didn't they do well enough when they were attacking?
I think a lot, like as we were talking earlier, with Poland doing excellently on their offense and winning all their battles, Scotland, argumentative, didn't win enough battles. They were losing a lot of just DM. Like, they didn't have their flank up enough. They were, as a team, they were all flooding. Like, for example, when they were all holding C, they were pulled to E by one scout. Their entire team came to kill one scout on E, and then they gave up C, and then they had a 4-minute defense. We can do logs. Sure.
Yeah, I'm just taking a look at the logs now, and it's like two things I want to really point out. And as a medic main, Woolen, I know this is what I want to focus on, and this is why a lot of people hate Steel. So this is going to be deaths. Yeah, exactly. Grabber has 2 deaths, but he only has 3 Ubers. That was all that was the only Ubers Grabber used, and then Ritalin there with 2 Ubers
and 2 drops there.
And 2 drops. So the thing I want to highlight for a medic main, especially playing on Steel, is a horror show a lot of the time, but also the map in general. One mistake can lead to your team losing, and we saw there Scotland were holding the white room. Exactly, they were holding the white room. They were fairly comfortable. There was no much pressure on them.
They had a full combo.
Yeah, and when you've got your full combo and you've got Uber, you think, hey, we can just sit here all day. As long as they don't cap the point, we're good. But when Ritalin dropped there, it's one mistake that led to the cap, and that led to the game being over. Point. Exactly, and that's an argument for a lot of people saying why Steel isn't a map that they like to play, because the same argument was made about Gravel Pit. One mistake, one drop from your medic, one death from your demo at the wrong time, and it can be all over. And it really is interesting to see how 5 Ubers from across both medics for the entire game, that's insanely low when you consider what we've just watched.
Yeah,
and that's what I think it is. It's just one mistake can lead to that cascading of frags from the other team, but not piling the fault onto Ritalin. Just it's probably an aspect of the map. And
when
if one
was the
player
last
gets
time
huge,
Ritalin played? Just out of curiosity, do you know? Has he switched to sixes, or has he just not played in years?
I think he played Highlander last season, but not in a Prem.
Not in a very serious manner, because like I think he might also just be. This is a very experienced and like team-oriented map, and if the Nations Cup, it's you do scrim with them a bit, but it's not like a proper. He's not like he's with his his set of friends that he's normally with, and it's probably been quite a while since he's had to think properly about steel. So I imagine like. Even though Grabber has been playing mostly sixes lately, his team as a whole has probably got a bit more team orientation on steel from like a Highlander point, just because they're a bit more like I don't want to say recent, but they probably had to think about playing steel a lot more often.
Yeah, I can get along with that. Yeah, it is a very unique map. I mean, I've done a map talk myself with a lot of sixes players. Today.
Tommy27 just killed the level 3 sentry and the NG with like the cloak and dagger spot. No, that's wonderful. I mean, he couldn't have done any better.
And he survived.
Yeah, I don't know how. That's the best you could possibly get out of that situation. Like you normally die or get nothing.
He stopped that AE push from Scotland. If they were going to think of trying to do an AE push with the sentry, that's done there. And Tommy actually does get flashed there, so he is going to survive. And get away. So he's still giving his team intel. He's going to tell his team now. I can see the medic.
Combo is holding a sentry, and they have an Uber and they're going White Room.
Yeah. So he's going to tell his team that Scotland are taking White Room, they're taking their Uber, and hopefully the Poles are going to rotate. But it looks like they're
holding quite slow. Oh, they are.
Yeah.
They were probably just waiting to see they weren't going drop down or something, I reckon. It's good to hold back a little bit, because if you end up getting caught out, you lose B for free, basically.
Absolutely, yeah. Oh, reflect there from BK. BK. Takes down Toe. Oh, but no, Ritalin dies. Was that a drop? I think
it must have been. It was an offense. Yes, no, it was a drop.
Yeah, so I think it was the Latronja there from Tommy27, who's really stepping it up in this game. Takes down the medic, and Scotland are still trying to go for this AE push, but you see, the thing is, Woolen, even though Ritalin died, that teleporter from Roll Flash is in that E window again, and the entire Scotland team are just on the E spawn now. This is really well played by them. They've just adapted to the situation, and Poland are trying here to defend it from the BC connector.
Did get the sentry.
Yeah, they're in a comfortable position. Poland can defend it from here, as long as they don't lose too many players, but Extra Soul is getting aggressive. Phantom is very, very weak.
They're losing a lot of HP on the blue team.
Yeah, I don't think they should have been... There's no... Oh, wow. The whip from Bees. He is going to whip Phantom to death, so there's no demo, no heavy.
Are we about to see the ferry flank? Maybe?
Oh,
ferry! Ferry!
Oh, Kermit, though. He's more wise. He's been around the block. He gets milked there. Milks himself.
Did he, like, reflect jump onto the point or something? Or, like explosive hop? That was awesome. He's running flare gun. He didn't detonator jump.
No, he just jumped on there and just kind of... Oh, wow, Tercia there. Takes down Kermit, but... Yeah, Ferry doing his best just to block the cap, and you see how much cap time Scotland have got on that E point.
They've got most of it. This is like a 20-second cap remaining.
The problem with the AE push, though, I find, is if no one gets on that point now, it's going to degenerate for a long, long time, and it's going to be difficult if they start to lose players. Tercio here needs to go down. Ritalin has 100% Uber. He's trying to heal up Scrambled. The Uber is used onto Extra Solar. They are going to trade it in the BC connector, but most of it is just going to get blocked here. Extra Solar gets left for dead. But now actually everyone's focusing other players, and Extra Solar who's going to survive. Tercy gets taken down by the flare gun. Kermit again is on that point. He's getting spammed out and he's so very weak. 3
They're
HP.
setting up a level 3. They've moved it from B into that CB connector. And Extra Solar just running in, mowing the sentry and the sniper down with a Tomislav.
Yeah, there was another reflect kill though, this time from Ferry to take down Bees, and Scotland are persevering.
Bonkers is doing very good on Soldier. He was sitting in that window for so long trying to stop Kermit on that point, and I think he did, just by coming out the spawn and spamming, and he did kill a few players there. So just like a little underrated thing there with the Soldier staying alive in that spawn and stopping a little bit. Well, they're setting up in White Room. I'm not sure if that's a level 3. There's no way to tell until it's built, is there? No, he's trying to set up now.
Yeah. It's He's just manoeuvring it. Ferry goes down there to the backstab, so he's on a 20-second respawn. And this is what I was talking about, Woolen. They failed at capping this E point, so
drained, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's basically nothing now, and all of that time has been just invested into trying to cap E, and there's nothing happening on B now. So the Polish team are going to be very, very happy. But wow, lots of frags coming down here on the B point. Scots are pushing in, and everybody's dying. Grabber goes down there.
Two all of a sudden.
And they've just got absolutely demolished here. Great flank plays coming in from Scotland as players came in from behind. Cool Beans there getting a nice backstab onto Phantom just to clean it up. I'm not sure if that was a drop onto Grabber or not, but he was very, very close to Uber at least. So Scotland are going to capture this B point now, and maybe they wish they'd just gone with that instead rather than trying to focus on E. 4:37 is a long time.
That was their E cap last time, was this B push.
Oh, but scrambled! He picks up two! He's sticky trapping the spawns up, gets them, and Ferry goes down to Kermit, so Poland are bleeding players here. They're actually on the E spawn, so Jules with a filthy headshot there onto Kermit just to save his heavy, but a big jump in from Bees. He's trying to just pressure Jules down. Phantom goes down as well to Deox. Deox is trying to 1v1 a demo now, and Scotland are capping C now. Well, they're just going to cap C.
They're just going to... Oh, the spy! He was believed. And he got the headshot!
Tommy 27
he's doing he's top scoring as well. He's doing great.
He's absolutely pounding for Poland right now. But Grabber went down. I don't know how Grabber died.
How? I thought he was scrambled for him.
Wow, so yeah, no medic for the defending team. Ritalin with 100% Uber. They're trying to take this in to the D point. They're just going to cap D. They're just going for the what do you call it, the alphabet push. A,
yeah,
B,
just
C, D, E, and just get it done.
ABC.
And this is looking really, really good for them. You see Scrambled, he's just sticking up the spawns. Extra Solar and PK just keeping Ritalin company on that point, making sure he doesn't die to anything.
Sniper's holding BC quite strongly. If they can get this red sentry out to like the right-hand side of E, they might be able to hold it a little bit longer. But as it is, they've got like no presence on the E point. And they're probably going to, unless the soldier can do something big. No. They're going to have a lot of difficulty pushing back into this now. Like, they've lost the D points. They have to push through D right now, or from under /BC. But the blue team's got everything under hold right now.
Tertiary actually had some really good pipes there. Took down Scrambled and a couple of other players.
They're Ubering in to just kill the combo right now to enable this E push, like as a guarantee.
Oh! Jules with 3 HP takes down the Pyro. Finally dies to the pipes of Scrambled, but...
Oh, Tommy 27! He just wiped
double kill.
the 2 frags on the point. I believe in Tommy 27. He can get this combo.
He's on Scrambled.
He did it! Tommy 27!
He actually did it!
He's the world's greatest
absolute
player.
madman. Tommy 27 is carrying Poland right now. Ferry is on the point now, and there's a rescue ranger kill from Kowal, takes down Kermit, and Poland have pretty much lost this round in the coming seconds, but every single frag they get, it's just buying time for them, Woolen. They're just buying time, and PK tries running onto the point. It's going to get gunned down there by Phantom.
They've pulled back their... I mean, they're probably not going to be able to hold it for too much longer, but they've got like a nice presence on E now, where they didn't have earlier. If they can hold it on for another couple more minutes, they'll have a pretty decent time to, not offend on, but to push on.
Tommy 27 has 10 more points than his medic.
Tommy 27. It's not Chupa, it's just a man called Tommy 27, right?
Chupa's on my friends list, and this guy isn't. But so I'm assuming it's not Chupa, unless it's an alt count. I think it is just a new spy main on the block. And on a map like this... On a map like Steel, where you don't normally see a spy do well,
I'm not gonna downplay. It's quite difficult to do very well on spy on this map, and the fact that he's doing all of this, he just fragged like 3 or 4 people on the end there, where his team had no presence. That's very difficult to do.
Woolen, are you hyped? Are you hyped?
I'm hyped for extra solar.
Grabber is on the vaccinator. He's pulling out the tricks from
Grabber strats.
Grabber strats in Highlander.
He's got the vaccinator. Or unless Kermit.
6's players fear him.
You won't believe number 6. Just Kermit.
He does go down though to Kermit, who comes in and just cleans up.
Kermit 1v2's a heavy medic with a vaccinator on 13 health.
It does look like Scotland are gonna finish this off now. Scramble just sticking up.
The demo might be able to get a couple of free frags down there.
He's coming in from toilet. Yeah, he's just trying to spam that point.
Do you call that toilet now?
I was told. I call it under. I call it sewer, and then people are like, no, it's toilet.
I don't like toilet. It's rude.
No,
just like
there's no
shithouse.
toilet there. There's no toilet there.
Well, there could be. Anywhere's a toilet if you're, if you need it desperately.
I mean, that is true. And Scrambled is using these doorways as his toilet at the moment. He's just pooping on anyone who comes through those doorways. Ritlin gets headshot by Tommy 27 in the dying seconds there. So that's another med pick for his logs. But 9 minutes and 3 seconds. Do you know what? That was like that was a roller coaster. I'm going to use the cliche.
I loved that. That was so fun to watch. Steel can sometimes just be let's wait here and build Uber, push B really slowly, and then lose in 13 minutes. That was like, that went everywhere. Yeah, I mean, Scotland, they tried to go for the AE push out the bat. It didn't work. It took them 4.5 minutes to finally get a second point, which was B. And then they started to win the points really quickly. They got C and D, and it was like, wow, actually they're going to get a 5-6 minute time here. And then it took them another 3 minutes to capture the last point. So Poland there just with the clutch plays coming out of a few players. I mean, again, Tommy and Ferry and Extra
Tercio as well.
Done wonderfully on the red team, or the Scotland team so far, by the way. Like, he just on heavy, he's been going in and killing like 2 or 3 players just purely by himself, and I feel like that's been the reason that they've at least been able to push and hold for as long as they have, has been him just doing a bit of a good job. It's quite nice to see. I mean, heavy is not a class that you normally say, oh, he's carrying on or something like that. But Extra Solar definitely is helping his team heavily. Yeah, as we say, he just gets pushed by 1,700 people at once on B. That's how you clear that heavy out. Like, you've seen a lot of people who like to put a heavy up. The telly's still up. They're not clearing it. Oh wow, the sentry Ferry takes out the sentry with a flare gun. Most of the damage was done by Tercio there, but what was the flare gun? Like 17 damage to a building. Yeah, I mean that's the ultimate kill steal, or sentry steal, I should say. Oh, Kermit could right now go quite big. Those people up there are quite hurt. No, he's run off. Tommy makes a play onto Deox there, but he's able to escape. Deox not actually using the Razorback. He's using the Cozy Camper, so... The Camper isn't the Camper bad now? I thought they nerfed it. I don't think... No, I think... Oh, the headshot! Sorry, the body shot from Deox onto Jules. That's just going to slow the Polish push, and they use this Uber very, very early on. At the same time as their team pushes onto E, they're really diverting attention right now, although no one's going back on the E. I thought that was quite good timing on their end, because they noticed the guy jumped onto E at the exact same time that they popped the Uber. Although I think their flank kind of lost the E push a little bit, as the engineer is... Cool Beans is on the... Nah. It looks like the E push was stopped a little bit by the red team. Yeah, they're just wow, yeah, Cool Beans. They're winning their battles now. Yeah, they're winning the fight, they're playing it smart. There is a teleporter on the A point, so those flank classes are going to get there very quickly. You see Bonkers trying to make a play towards this E point now, but he's gonna end up in the pit. The upstairs B window teleporter is still up. If Solar needs to, he could probably pop back up there and, like, when their team comes up the stairs there to try and push up, I don't think he can pop out of there. I don't think they know it's there. No one's looked, although they might see now that the soldier's got things around his legs. But, like, they're Ubering in. Against what? This is a really, really early Uber. They used because Deox was watching, but then Deox got killed by Jules, so it's pretty much a waste. The sentry does go down, though. Raw Flash is going to survive. Oh, wow, backstab from Tommy. Takes on Extra Solar. That's a lot of HP out of this fight. Look, the demo's just popped out of it, and he's helping his team quite a lot. Grabber goes down, though, scrambled, picks up both the heavy and the medic. So, sorry, heavy and the, the medic. Yeah, that was a good telly. He got the combo from it. Yeah. Although Tommy 27, will he do it? I believed in him. I'm feeling Ritlin's pain right now. Like, when you're stood there and there's a spy shanking you, you're surrounded by your pyro and a couple of other players, and it's like, please kill that spy, please. If you turn slightly, he'll get like a weird backstab on you. So you have to just take it to the face or like go for an Uber saw. But I mean, this is looking good at the moment. We've already had about 3 minutes chipped off the time for Scotland here, so they're still comfortably holding. This is similar to their push, really. Looks like they're changing it to balancing out. Yeah, oh wow, and Tercy is already blocking this BC connector with Phantom. They're just putting out so much damage in that corridor. Scotland can't get a look in. And Thasu, again, is doing that job, just trying to get some time on the point. There's a level 2 sentry. Goal has got a sentry on the east spawn side. And this is looking really, really strong for Poland right now. They've just kind of flipped the switch, gone for that AE push, and like we said, you know, all it takes is one big play. And they might actually get this here. Oh no, but in comes Bees. He's getting a lot of damage onto Tercy. It gets taken down by Tommy. Tercy has to be thanking his spy for saving his life there, and this cap might actually go down. This could be game over. Oh, shot by Bonkers! Takes down Kermit. Bonkers needs to die here, otherwise it's game over. He does a sliver left on the cap there. They could jump on that. The demo could jump on that and get like a 10-second cap. Yeah,
Tertiary is the only person who can literally get on the point now. I mean, unless Cole
The
does
engineer
some
could
sort of
put-
insane century. He's
The
going to
engineer
try
could put a teleporter entrance, or the scout's on it. The scout is on it now. They've got the teleporter up in the window up there, so they can get the flank back. They should
That's the
get
thing.
this.
They're just getting those respawns in super
Phantom
fast.
fragging. Phantom
Wow.
just like mowing. There's one guy left. Oh dear.
And correct me if I'm wrong, Woolen, but that is GG. And Poland are going to take all 6 points here. And
That was incredibly strong.
they look really strong. Yeah. I mean, like coming into this game, I know that Scotland have been like scrimming here and there. Like I'm not going to say they've been scrimming loads. I only know that they have been scrimming. I know some national teams aren't.
Oh, they're not.
Some aren't. I mean, Scotland have been at least.
That's good.
And they've got Prem players. You know, you would have
You
thought
think
they'd
they'd have
done
a
well.
decent roster? They could have like grabbed a couple of points at least.
And no disrespect to Poland, but they are missing some of the legends of old. And apparently, the reason for the delay was that they were struggling to find players to play. So
They managed to play and win with a mixed team against like a half Prem roster on Steel.
Yeah, and I mean, Poland, they dropped 2 points against Austria in their first game, so that's going to put them on 10 points now, at the top of the table. And Scotland, despite getting those 6 points in the first game, they're going to be in second and 6. So Austria have to come up against, is it Romania? Yeah, Austria play against Romania. So one of those teams, if they pick up some points, then we could see a decisive game in the final. In the final round in this group.
How does this cup work? Sorry, is it everyone in their respective not divisions but the groups? Everyone in their respective groups, when they finally finish up and decide who's the top scorer in the groups, do they then play the 2 closest groups and then the winners of those play the finals, right?
So the top 2 from each group go through to the playoffs, and then it's just a knockout until
is it a immediate knockout or is it like a single elimination, double elimination?
It's single elimination. So once you're into the playoff stage, once you're into the knockout stage,
you lose, you're out.
You lose, you're out. I'm not sure how like the seeding is going to go. Obviously, for the high seed group, the high tier group, the team that finishes top of that group will not face the team that finished second until the final, if at all.
Yeah, because you'd imagine that it would be a bit mean to put the winner of like the middle division against the top 2 high division ones, at least until they've had a chance to fight everyone below them.
Well, there's only one high division group.
Is there one high division?
There's only one. There's only Sweden, Germany, Denmark, and England in the group. So basically, that's just to decide who's going to play who. When they get to sort of later on, if they get that far. Yeah. And for the rest of it, I believe it'll be something along the lines of, you know, that if you win your group, you get an easier time, you play a team that finished in second. That's what's been the case in the past. I'm not sure how it's going to work out.
It's a lot of seed-based kind of things, then.
Yes, exactly. I'm just going to take a look at the log for this second round, see if there's anything of note.
Anything with those medics again.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah.
Way more Rubers this time.
Ritalin picks up 3 kills. Got 3 kills and 5 deaths. That was really good.
2 on the spot.
Yeah, so...
Tommy 27's feeding the medic a little bit.
Well, I mean, again, like, Phantom there with 16 kills was actually the highest fragger.
He did wonderfully. He was mowing people down.
Doing very well. I mean, Extra Solar, 12 for 12. Didn't do too badly himself. He's one of the top fraggers for the Scottish team. Tommy 27, again, like, 14 for 9. Like, normally you're not going to see...
Frag a minute on Steel. That's not shabby.
Yeah, it's very, very good. And to not die a minute on Steel as Spy is equally impressive in my book. Scrambled, though, 523 DPM. He's going to be feeling maybe a little bit aggrieved to be on the losing team, putting out those kind of numbers.
There's a lot of damage on Demo. He actually had way more damage than Telsier, who I thought was doing a good job from just the spectator. But it looks like Scrambles apparently, like log-wise, he was doing excellently in comparison to him.
Yeah, I mean that I agree.
And Bees, his roommate.
Bees, yeah, are they roommates? Oh.
Yeah, they're roommates.
I did not know that. I knew they were on the same team. Didn't realise they lived together. Oh.
Yeah.
So there we go. Inside info from Woolen here.
There you go. Inside info.
I do think Demo and Soldier are the strongest classes, and you know, Scrambled and Bees are kind of holding up their end of the bargain to do pretty well. But I mean, is there anything else there that you can spot?
I'm noticing the snipers. Neither of them were top fragging by a mile. They both did fairly modestly, I'd say. Like they both played quite passively. They both each got a sniper frag, and one of them has a medic pick. Like they weren't. You've seen some snipers. I think it was like Some people used to play incredibly aggressively with like the Machina and the Durati on steel, and you'd see them get an immense amount of frags, and just standing really, really far forwards with the Machina trying to get loads of body shots in a row. I don't think they were doing that this game. They were standing quite far back, just trying to be a deterrent, if anything, really. As we saw, that worked, in a sense. On that B push, they used their Uber very early, because they were afraid of the sniper. Had the sniper been, right on top of that staircase, looking through the window on B, trying to get an aggressive kill, he would have died, and they might have pushed Uber later. But, as it was, it seemed like a slightly more normal game than the last one. Still quite interesting to watch, I'd say, but not nearly as hectic as the last one, I'd say, and a lot more normal.
Definitely. I mean, but a close game all around. So that has been Scotland versus Poland, week 2 game on steel, and that's gonna change up the table a little bit here. But before we go, Woolen, any shout outs? Anyone you wanna give a cheeky shout out to? Shout out to John and Wiethoofd, because they're wonderful people, and BlackOut TV takes a lot of work, and it's nice that people are still willing to cast and record and do camera work for Highlander and stuff. And Arjax too. Arjax is wonderful. So thank you, BlackOut TV men. Thank you very much, guys. All of this is down to those guys for rounding up casts, sorting out spreadsheets for availability, and getting all the stuff ready for us to just talk over the game.
Heartlessly bullying CeeJaey to have to live with me for half an hour.
I've never casted with you before, Woolen. It's been a pleasure. Sure? So thank you for. I don't think I have. I think so. I think you would have remembered. I would have remembered. I mean, I've played with you in games. We played we played a lot together, I think. Yeah. I hope we cast again in the future. So thank you for casting with me. But yeah, guys. So today we had Scotland versus Poland. Tomorrow, potentially, we have Belgium versus France. Now, Wiethoofd has told me that is the planned game for us to cast tomorrow. Unfortunately, we're a little bit thin on the ground with casters. So do you need me tomorrow? I mean, if you're available, Woolen. What is it? What day is it? Friday. Friday, yes. I believe I should be available if you need me. So there we go. So Woolen could be one of your casters tomorrow, and we'll find a co-caster for him, hopefully within the next 24 hours. You might want to keep someone as a backup just in case. Or you could be doing a solo cast if no one else wants to. I need to double check. There may or may not be a scrim, but Granger Bob may or may not be able to play, so we'll have to see. Good stuff. So that could be our game tomorrow, guys. There will be more games at the weekend as well. Saturday, we have many Nations Cup games, so hopefully we'll be able to cast at least one of those. But thank you for watching. This has been BlackOut Gaming TV with me, CeeJaey, and Woolen with Wiethoofd on the camera, and we'll see you all next time.